the #1 coin design in U.S. Mint history is? Well, people are going to jump to, well, it's the Silver Eagle, the dominant silver dollar in the world today. But where did that design come from? That design came from the original Walking Liberty half dollar made between 1916 and the year 1947. Replaced by the Franklin, replaced by the Kennedy, and now we have, well, in 2025, we know the Kennedy's going away. 2026, we'll have to wait and see what happens. So whenever we can go backwards into that time capsule and find some of those vintage coins, we do. And then when we can find them certified, high grade, limited numbers known, and they're still affordable, well, that just means it's something we have to talk about. How about this one? So as I referenced, the Walking Liberty half dollar was the silver renaissance in 1916. It was one of 3 coins launched that year. Prior to that, all of our coins in silver looked the same. The bust series, early 1800s, the seated Liberty series, the middle of the 1800s. The end of the 1800s, early 1900s was the Barber dime quarter half dollar. And then President Theodore Roosevelt came up with this brilliant vision. We should change all of our coins. I mean, come on. Let's make them beautiful. Let's just enhance them to the country we are becoming. So we launch new circulating coins in 1909, the Lincoln cent. Then we go to the Buffalo nickel in 1913, and 1916 is when all silver changes over. The Mercury dime, Standing Liberty quarter, and this Walking Liberty half dollar. The coin of coins. The series lasted until 1947, and then replaced by the Franklin, as I referenced a few seconds ago. During this time frame, right, we had what? P's, D's, and S's, all 3 U.S. mints striking the coin. And, well, tonight, the best part is they're all Super Gem 66s, all of them certified by PCGS. It is a good mix of coins. P's, D's, and S's. If you're buying 3 or 4, you're going to get 3 or 4 different coins. It's something quite special. But this is what I love when I look at coins. Because there's always that jump point when between 2 grades, there's a drastic difference and a huge, huge price increase. But in the Walker series, between a 65 and a 66, it's a nominal price increase. But the number of coins between one and the other is about 100,000 fewer as you go up. And that's the head scratching scenario. So here are the numbers. And again, I know I'm a numbers geek. Humble me here for a second on these, because I believe it's important in helping just understanding how special some of these coins are. They made about 400 million Walkers during the time frame 1916 to 1947. If you go to PCGS's website and you look at uncirculated coins, which would be 60 up through 68, the highest known grade. There are no 9s, there are no 70s. And you add up how many of them are 65, 64, 63, etc. You get over 400,000 coins that they've seen over the last 40 years. It's a popular coin, it makes a lot of sense. However, what doesn't make sense is, well, how few of them are known in Gem 66. That number's 58,613. But let's make the jump even more obvious, right? In Mint State 65, Gem 65, there are 140,000 and change between all the different years. The jump to 66 is what I just told you, 58,613. So we're talking about 90,000 fewer. Now, if you look at 3 to 4, 4 to 5, they're all kind of close to each other. And then 6 all of a sudden drops off the cliff, so few of them known. But it's logical. At some point, quality just rules and the coins aren't there. This is that grade. And by looking at this, the random shots we're taking right now while I've been talking, when you see a true high-end Walker, it's like nothing else you've seen. Nothing else you've seen. But when you break that down, 58,000 over that big span, you're not seeing any of these coins with numbers above 10,000. Most are 4,000 or 5,000 or less known to exist in the grade 66 or higher. Good question. Let me answer that. Why am I seeing two different looking holders? Well, over the last 40 years, PCGS has kept on improving their holder or changing their holder. You be the judge. And if you go back about a decade or so, they used a light green label on their coins. So you can tell this coin has been in the holder that long. Then they rotated recently into the light blue background. That's actually closer to a decade as well. So we were showing both because we do have a few of the older coins. The only key, or the only important note is all of them are blast white beauties like you're seeing on your screen. We kick out all the other stuff. Even though the grade is important, eye appeal we think is even more so. The competition for 65 graded coins are $325 to $349.95. So they are one grade lower than us and $100 more per coin. And that was the universe I told you, where there's 140,000 of them known to exist. This one, 58,613. It's special. Guys, give me a 30-second clock. Sorry, I blew through that. They've been telling me for the last minute, put the clock up. We're getting down. We're getting down. And a couple of you are buying multiples. Thank you. I appreciate it. But look at the reverse on a 66. Look at how just sharp that design is. And again, the higher the coin, you can tell. This is Lady Liberty, not in a nightgown walking around. She's wrapped in the American flag. You can see the stars and stripes over her shoulder, and the stripes when it gets to her knees, etc. It is just a gorgeous design. It is our coin, the Walking Liberty. But tonight, it's the good stuff. Maybe the best stuff. And our price? Yeah, $249.95. Can't beat it. So let's join us. Great idea.